Hello everyone, welcome to my little video about how to memorize stuff using the Jacobson memorization method. And first of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Irwin, who's been kind enough to help me film this. Okay, so here we go. By now you've all made your cards. They look like this, just to recap. This is a basic card. The front's pretty easy. It's the back which makes it somewhat special. This side, top left, I have a basic definition of the term I'm studying. This side on the top right is really important. It's why that term matters. Why is it important to know? So what? What's the significance? Why did the teacher spend that much time going over that word? This is the key thing about memorizing. And this is what, when you use Quizlet, or when some of you do your other methods for memorizing, that you don't use. But this is really how you learn stuff. At the bottom for this, I have some essay questions, which is another great tip to sort of anticipate what the teacher's going to ask you on an essay question. This is a card I've done for this American History unit. If I'm studying for SAT vocabulary or GRE vocabulary, I do it differently. If I'm studying kanji, I'll do it differently as well. And you can play with this backside as long as you really have this. You go for a part of the card which is saying why it's significant. Okay, so that's how you make your cards. Let's assume now that you have 100 cards made up for this huge test on the American Revolution. These are your 100 cards. Now these are all blank, of course, but there's 100 here, let's just say. What I do when I make the cards, I have this stack. I call it the master stack. And this is going to be important later. But for right now, we're just going to call this the master stack. All right? And that means all the cards together. After I have this here, I'm going to take 20 off the top. So let's assume this is 20. This is what I'm calling my working stack. Okay? My working stack. And it has 20. This number 20 is what I like to start with, but if you have a super big test and a lot of words to memorize in a short amount of time, you might need to go to 30. If you, however, find the material very difficult and some pretty tough words, you might want to do 10 or 15. 20 is a good thing to start with, and you can adjust that as you need to. So this is my working stack. Okay. The key to memorizing is to use speed and repetition, not to have, let's say, a 30-minute stretch where you're trying to memorize 50 words. That doesn't work. It's inefficient and you don't learn much. Better way to do it is to do short bits of memorizing something, doing it often. Instead of doing one session for 30 minutes, try 6 sessions for 5 minutes each. You'll learn a lot more. It's not quite as boring. It's actually, in the long run, much more effective. Okay, so our key here is to do things fast and to do them multiple times. In a school day, you did it once on the bus. You do it twice during study center. Do it once on the bus coming home, and do it once at night, you're good. That's a lot better than sitting down for 30 minutes and hoping, somehow the words are going to magically jump into your brain. So here's what we do. The speed round is the basis of this method. So you have your 20 cards. Probably feels like 30, so let's say. Okay. So you have your 20 cards, and here's how it works. If you know a word right away, you see it and you know exactly what it is, you're going to put it over here. This is called the... don't have that card. Anyway, it's called the sure thing pile, and it's going to go right here, over here on the left. If you have some knowledge of it, but you're not quite sure, you're going to put it in the so-so pile. Okay? So-so. You're so confident about it. If you have no clue what that word is, it's like you're just seeing it for the first time in your life. Obviously, it's not because you made the card. But if you really don't know what it is, it's going to be in the no clue pile, clueless pile. Remember, over here, I forgot my little tent thing, but that's the confident pile. So here's what I do. I have my stack of 20. I'm going to ask myself within 2 seconds, maybe 1 second, do I know this word or not? So here's how it would go. And this is the proper speed. Yes, sure thing. So-so. All sticky. Clueless. Oh, clueless. Oh, no, don't know that one. Oh, yeah, this one's so-so. Oh, I know that one. Got it. Got it. So-so. Got it. No clue. No clue. So-so. No clue. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not testing myself, what is it? I'm just saying, do I know it really well? Do I sort of know it, or do I not know it? Okay? Now I have 3 piles. The confident pile, the so-so pile, and the clueless pile. I'm going to first work with the confident pile. These are things that right away I thought I knew them, so I'm just going to check them really quickly. I'm going to try to not cheat, so I'm just going to look on the top left. Okay, I just want to give a sense, do I know it or not? Now, if I'm right, If I'm correct, then I'll put them back here. If I'm wrong, that means I really messed up. It was something that I thought it wasn't. Then I'll put it in the clueless pile, okay? So here, I'm going to just do a quick check, about 2-3 seconds per card. So this word, I think it means, okay? Yeah. This word, I think it means blah, blah, blah. Yeah, good. I think this word means, yeah, yeah. This word, I think, means blah, blah, blah. Ooh, no, I made a mistake on that one. Okay, that's going to be in the clueless pile. This word, I think, means blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, good. So that's my first round. Turns out there were 4 cards that I'm confident about. I'm going to put those to the side. Then I take my so-so pile, okay? My so-so's pile, I spend a bit longer. I spend about 15, 20 seconds with the card. I read the whole card, read the top left and the top right, and even the essay questions, just trying to get it to stick into my brain. So I'm going to look at it, kind of go, Okay, now remember, this is a card I'm already somewhat confident about, so I'm sort of building my confidence there. All right, it can go back to where it was. I'm going to go to the next card. Okay, I'm going to read it, blah, 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 blah. Okay, for time's sake, we'll just pretend I did that 2 more. And then there's this pile. This pile doesn't have to go anywhere. It can stay right here. Now, I turn to the clueless pile. And this is much the same, but I'm going to even spend longer. I might spend 20 seconds, 25 seconds. I might really try to think about it and try to answer the essay questions and try to make associations with other things. So this one I'm going to spend more time with. Okay, this word I think means blah, blah, blah. Let's see. I'm going to spend a lot longer. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow, that's fascinating. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, put it back in the pile. Then I'll do it again slower. Oh, wow, that's fantastic. Oh, okay. All right, and so on and so forth. Let's just say that that's done, okay? So now I have a packet. Let's say this is 20. I had 4 that I took out because I was confident about, the magic 4, and I have 16 I'm not confident about, okay? Now, if you have your master stack with you, if you are at home, what you'll do is take these 4, put them on the bottom of the master stack, and take 4 new ones. Let's just say that's 4, all right? Then I shuffle them all together. Blah, blah, blah. Let's say shuffle, 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 shuffle. Then guess what? I'm done. I put them away for now. I'm not going to go read them again. I just did 1 round. Now I'm going to sit on it. I'm going to let it marinate. I'm going to come back in an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours from now. And then I'm going to repeat the process. I'm not going to sit down with them and force that knowledge at that time. I'm going to come back a little bit later. Now that was the case if I had the 4 stacks, if I had the master stack with me, I was able to make that change up. Let's say if this master stack was at home and I'm at the bus, well then I'll just keep going through the cards in the speed round. I'll just keep those 4 that I knew in there, and I'll build confidence. It's a good idea not to have all words you're clueless about. You think, oh, well those are the ones I need to know. Well, in a way, you're right, but with memorizing, a lot of it's about confidence and about speed. If you have all words that you're stuck on, you'll get kind of depressed because it'll seem like, oh, I don't know this one. Oh, I don't know this one either. Oh, I don't know this one. I don't know this one. And you'll feel kind of down. However, if you mix some words in that you know, you're going to be able to build your confidence and build your speed and stay on top of things. Your mental approach is really key with memorizing because it's hard and it's not a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie to you. This is not the most fun thing in the world. However, when you do get a lot of cards and you get to be good at it, then it can be fun because you can go through a whole stack and you're like, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. You go into that test, whether it's the SAT or it's the GRE or it's your AP world exam, and you feel confident, that's going to improve your score, actually just the confidence alone. So by preparing, you can actually do a lot better. So that's it in a nutshell, just a couple to wrap things up. Speed is important. That speed round should probably take no more than 5, 6, 7 minutes. And it couldn't go even down to 2 or 3. Repetition is key. You need to do this a couple times a day. Instead of studying for 30 minutes in a row, study 6 times for 5 minutes each, and you'll learn a lot more. And number 3, I know not all of you are quite ready for this. It's a lot of work to put together the cards. Some of you are 8th graders like, oh, it's not going to be quite worth my time. Some of you might not see the benefits immediately, and you might be tempted to give up. I just say, if that's you, that's okay. Everybody's different. At the same time, don't chuck my method just yet. You might find it really useful when you're a junior or you're a senior or you're in college and you think, oh, if only I had a way to memorize these 700 terms. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm helping you with something that you might not use right now. Some of you will, some of you won't, but you can use it in the future. The other thing is, if you have a way to memorize stuff, and it's not just the what I call the staircase method, which is you stare at something just in case it comes into your brain. If you have something, a better method, go for it. But for many of you, you don't have any method at all. You've never really been taught or thought about how to memorize stuff, and so you have no experience with it. So you can have any method you want. It's just really good to have a method. Okay, thank you.